Right. So before this video starts, want to say thank you to my new 4 subscribers. Uh, just thank you for subscribing overall, and also thank you for 308 views on this video, which I I'm actually surprised at how many views this got. So thanks, and now on to the video. All right, so Jot. Now I'm pretty sure a lot of you, your bones just, you start getting chills the moment I just mentioned Jot. A good chunk of you probably had to unironically seek mental help just to, recover your sanity after dealing with these sky rats. However, do not worry because we have stuff like Sang, Aridia, and just a whole bunch of creatures that I don't really feel like naming right now. So besides that, yeah, let's get on to how Jot was basically the meta to somewhat dog water. As you all know, Jot will come out during Creatures of Sonaria's first Christmas event. With it would be Boreal Warden and Slirnock. Look, I'm sorry if I pronounce any of the names wrong here, but like, this is Creature Sonaria. The names of these creatures are like so freaking weird. Like, I swear, I could smash my own keyboard and somehow get a name that makes more sense and is easier to pronounce than whatever this is supposed to be. But back to the topic. Unlike the way you would obtain creatures in the last 2 Christmas events, which was just not fun at all. With basically Jot, Sleer, and Boreal, it was actually relatively simple. All you had to do was spin a gotcha for 1K. Oh boy, I wish it was that simple nowadays. But now that we've gone over Jot's old obtainment method, let's actually go over Jot's a creature for, well, how powerful it was back then. Jot, upon release, was probably one of the most terrifying things a person could encounter besides maybe a skilled Ares player, which in its own right at the time was extremely terrifying as well. Due to Jot being one of the few higher tier flyers in the game at that time, and one of the few good ones, its only contender being, well, Sakurin, which, good lord, wow, I should do a video on Sakurin sometime. But besides that, by the way, I'm kind of getting my information from this guy right here. So yeah, I just wanted to let you people know that. Back to what I was saying, that Sakurin was basically Tulsa was the only thing that actually stood a chance against Jot. However, Sao now is just Sao kind of just got forgotten over time, so not many people even use this creature. While Jot, despite it getting nerfed slightly harder than Sauk, Sauk kind of being, left behind in the meta. Yeah, Jot just kind of took over for like a really, really long time, and was basically king of the skies. Like there wasn't really many creatures that could really challenge it at that. Though there were a few, there weren't many. Despite these nerfs, a lot of people who were already pretty skilled at flight combat were able to really just abuse Jot to its full potential, basically. And again, with Jot being one of the few high tier flyers at that time, yeah, you can start to understand the absolute terror and just, trauma that players experience with the amount of Jots that were, you know, casually in every server. Though I probably really should have, done a bit more research to understand where Jot really started falling off. Uh, I kind of, I kind of didn't, but I'm just gonna make a assumption that Jot probably started falling off around the time where breath plushies got introduced. Oh God, breath plushies. Oh, I don't want to go back to those days. I really don't. Now, I don't think Jot immediately fell off. I think it was just something that happened over time. Everything just started getting stronger than Jot, so there's just it didn't really leave much room for Jot no players to actually like really like thrive in due to the increase in not only higher tier flyers, but just overall stronger terrestrials coming out by basically every month, if not almost weekly, due to the amount of creatures they produce just in 1 month alone. It is more. It seems like it was more of a gradual thing. But I will say, um, Jot may not be exactly the most strongest flyer in the game anymore due to just how tides have changed, mechanics of the game have changed and stuff, which has also affected Jot as a creature. But even with its current stats, with it being essentially an all-terrain creature, it's still something that is very good just for survival as a whole. So if you really want to like try out Jot for combat, I'm not gonna stop you. Oh, I've seen people still get work done with Jot, so it's still entirely possible. It's just probably a lot harder nowadays, seeing as just there's just so many things that can kill you now than compared to like back then when Jot was at its like full prime. So I guess put in short, Jot did yes kind of get worse over time in a way, but the main thing is that everything else just got stronger. Some creatures got full on buffed and stuff, and there's just not it's just too many creatures to name that have come out that literally can just curb stomp a Jot. Now it's not even funny. But yeah, that's kind of it. This has been a bad explanation how Jot kind of just fell out of the meta, and yeah, see ya.